This year was really challenging for me. Unlike Jeff, I don't really like the above freezing weather. I'd really go more for the 20 below, 30 below kind of weather, but to each their own. The weather can really make or break your race. And this year, I have to be honest with you, it came pretty close to breaking my race. And I'll tell you, we were sitting in Takatna, and we heard the weather report, and we heard it was supposed to rain. And you kind of heard a somber from across the musher crowd. And by the time I got to the Yukon River, it looked like it was probably going to rain. And I pulled through the checkpoint of Anvik, and at this point, I was lucky enough to be in the front of the race. I pulled through the checkpoint and I headed out, and by golly, it didn't start raining right then. And when it rains, there's just something wrong with that when you're on a dog race. And your dogs get wet, you get wet, and your down sleeping bag gets wet, and your boots get wet, and socks, and pretty much everything. And when you're on kind of the non-checkpoint routine where you camp out like I do a lot, that means you don't get dry. So I was a little bit somber, to say the least, and that kind of goes into your dog team. So I was headed to the checkpoint at the village of Grayling when it was coming down in sheets. And I started kind of getting more and more bummed, and the sun started coming up, and I could see that it was really raining at this point. And I thought, oh my goodness. And I headed farther and farther up, and I got to the point where you could see the village sitting on the left side of the bank. And I looked up the bank, and there was one person standing up on the bank, kind of waving at me, and I thought, oh, right, there's one person standing in the rain waiting for me. Thank goodness, I thought, that's really sweet. I was pretty tickled. And I pulled up the bank, and that one guy goes, God, we love it, Aliy, keep going. You got, 100 yards till you get to the checkpoint. And I thought, God, that's great, he's soaking wet. And I pulled up to the checkpoint, and the entire village was standing in the rain waiting for me. They had let the kids out of school, and apparently not only the kids out of school, but the city of Grayling had that broken water vein or broken water pipe, and all the guys were working heavy equipment with the broken water. Well, they had shut down the broken water, and they had come to watch me come in, so I was seriously honored. Then what they did really took me back. My whole team and I was surrounded by the folks of Grayling, and they gave me some beaded mitts. And they said that these are from the village, and a woman named Sue Nikolai made them for me. And they're so special. So I sincerely want to thank every single one of those people who was standing in the rain in Grayling, because from that moment on, you could not wipe a smile off my face. No matter what happened, I was out there in the rain, and I knew those people were supportive and out in the rain there with me. So thank you to everyone in Grayling for that.